Now this is bad news, however. This is bad news if you believe, however, that happiness cannot change and that you cannot change. However, we found that there's actually extraordinary ways that we actually can change. Our brains are much more malleable than we thought just 10 years ago, when I would have told you that your brain cannot change after adolescence. We found that that's not true at all. And there's some very specific ways you can increase your happiness that we've researched. You can change your baseline. Positive psychology is not about being happy all the time. It's about raising the baseline that you're fluctuating around. Writing 5 things you're grateful for every morning. Just doing this simple 30-second intervention changes your happiness over the next 24 hours, and if you do it for 21 days straight, affects your happiness over the course of the next 6 months. The reason is your brain is actually devoting more resources to being able to look for good things in your life as opposed to stresses and hassles, which is where it steals its resources from. You get better at navigating your life by doing a 30-second intervention in the morning. Journaling, if you write for 3 minutes about a positive experience once a day, every day for 30 days, you see a 50% drop in doctor visits, according to researchers like Penny Baker. You're found to be more social and your immune system improves. Simplifying versus multitasking, you are happier if you do more things by doing one thing at a time. iPods should absolutely multitask. Humans were not created to do so. We find that it increases our stress level, and stress eats away at every organ in our body. Utilizing your strengths. Find out where your strengths are in your life. Find out where your value is. And individuals that report that they use their strengths in their everyday life find that they have the highest levels of energy, highest levels of productivity, and the highest levels of success of whatever they want to achieve. And that has a ripple effect to their weaker areas. So don't focus just upon your weak areas. Exercise, you've heard this already today, but exercise has been found to be equally as powerful an antidepressant as antidepressants. That in and of itself is a remarkable fact. And meditation, just watching your breath go in and out, changes the way your brain structures itself and changes the electrical impulses in your brain, increasing gamma waves in your brain, which are related to insight and that eureka experience of aha. This is done by watching your breath. You're breathing anyway. You might as well watch it. So why is this so difficult? Let me conclude by saying this. I think it's too difficult for 2 reasons. I think one, because there's an activation energy that's necessary for us to be able to do these things. Common sense is not common action. Activation energy is the initial investment of energy necessary to accomplish a task. I wanted to play guitar more. I found that 20 seconds taking it out of the closet, out of the case, was preventing me from playing guitar. I changed that 20 seconds, put the guitar in the middle of the room, and suddenly I played 28 out of the next 30 days. 20 seconds was a mental impediment to me actually achieving my happiness and my productivity. So find out what your 20 seconds are and decrease the activation necessary to do the things you want. The last thing is some people think that we should feel guilty about feeling happy when there's so many sad things that are going on in the world. But I say because of things like mirror neurons in our brain which show that we're actually hardwired to feel empathy towards other people and that our smiles spread just as depression and frowns spread, it makes it so important for us to actually choose positivity. In that sense, in good times, happiness is a luxury. But in times of pain and suffering, of depression and recession, happiness is a necessity. And if this room is any indication, I think we're about to see a positive evolution tip within our society with all these different things rippling out to other people. Thank you for your time.